wish Grand Seiko would make a micro adjustment clasp already. I wish Grand Seiko would make smaller Spring Drive watches. For years, Grand Seiko fans have begged and pleaded, and today is the day these wishes have been realized in one fell swoop. It's time to meet this new Ice Forest duo, the Grand Seiko SLGB001 and SLGB003. Everything about these watches is entirely new, the only exception being the Evolution 9 case geometry and the shape of the hands and indices on the dial. The remainder, its dimensions, the dial texture, the caliber, and bracelet, all brand new. There's so much to cover, but let's dig into the marquee element of this release, at least in the eyes of Grand Seiko fans, the new micro adjustment clasp. The SLGB001 is a platinum case limited edition on a leather strap, but the titanium variant, the SLGB003, is a regular production high-intensity titanium model outfitted on a case-matching bracelet. Though the bracelet format remains the familiar brushed 5-link sort of format, moving down towards the clasp, you will see something new. Grand Seiko certainly took its time in the creation of this micro-adjustment clasp, but the wait appears to be worth it. Despite criticisms being thrown at Grand Seiko bracelets by some, one thing I, as an owner of multiple Grand Seiko watches, have appreciated is that the clasps do not add bulk to the bracelet. This new clasp adds basically zero thickness to the bracelet and now offers 6mm total of on-the-fly micro adjustment across 3 increments of 2mm. The only catch is that this clasp is being rolled out on a bracelet of a new scale, suited strictly for the debuting 37mm case that clocks in at 11.4mm thick, akin to the larger 38mm and 40mm Evolution 9 designs. It is also worth quickly noting it is still 100 meters water resistant and that the finishing style remains the same, with the cases alternating between Grand Seiko's immaculate hairline brushed and Zaratsu distortion-free mirror polished surfaces. But to get this out of the way, it's my understanding that this clasp currently exists strictly for the SLGB003, and that the clasp cannot be purchased separately. And even if you could, it won't be compatible with older models like the Shunbun or Snowflake anyway. In due time though, it would seem the rollout of this new clasp into other sizes of bracelets is inevitable. Fingers crossed. Though there have been Seiko Corporation Spring Drive watches of such a compact size in the past, the fact we have our first ever 9R series driven Grand Seiko Spring Drive watch in a 37mm diameter is thanks to a brand new caliber, the in-house automatic Spring Drive caliber 9RB2. Though it is smaller, the other big headline is that this is a more accurate movement than the larger size movements, whether the standard 3-day 9R65 or even the latest gen Spring Drive 9RA2 movement. Admittedly, we're splitting hairs here because at a minimum, Grand Seiko 9R65 Spring Drive is billed to be accurate within 15 seconds per month, and the later generation 9RA2 is pledged to be accurate within 10 seconds per month. This new 9RB2 movement, however, debuts Grand Seiko ultrafine accuracy, and as a U.F.A. Spring Drive caliber, it is billed to be accurate within 20 seconds per year, 6 times more accurate than the 9RA2. U.F.A. is an evolution of V.F.A., which stands for Very Fine Adjustment, which debuted in 1969 from Grand Seiko, and vintage mechanical Grand Seiko watches that bore this stamp were pledged to run within just 1 minute per month, effectively 2 seconds per day. Very incredible for its time, and even very much still by today's standards. But to wrap up the accuracy conversation, this new 9RB2 movement, according to Grand Seiko's research, is the most accurate wristwatch movement powered by a mainspring today. As a brand driven by precision, this is a title or trophy I am sure the brand is over the moon to hold. Aesthetically speaking, the 9RB2 shares visual cues first seen on the 5-day 9RA2 movement. It's also elegantly decorated with a delicate Shinshu frost finish on its bridges, and mirror beveled edges are found on the bridges and open worked winding rotor. You'll also notice a movement side power reserve indicator with a small hand-blued hand. Normally when I review Grand Seiko watches, the dial is the first thing I would talk about, but this is a very exceptional instance where, in this case, it's where we're going to wrap things up. These two watches, both the platinum SLGB001 and the titanium SLGB003, debut a new Ice Forest textured dial. It has a very prismatic feel to its look, inspired by the frost-covered trees in the highlands to the east of the Shinshu Watch Studio where Spring Drive watches are made. seemingly like perfectly manicured by Mother Nature with a sharp, triangular look. These overlapping triangles of different depths give a three-dimensional look to the dial, really mimicking staring into the depths of the forest. The titanium SLGB003 debuts this new pattern with a silver dial that has the slightest blue tint, while the platinum SLGB001's dial is executed in a much clearer icy blue. This explains why Grand Seiko has elected to blue the central second stand for the SLGB003 and not on the SLGB001. The dial will otherwise feel familiar in layout with the Evolution 9 broad hours hand and hour index shape. You also have a standard black on white date at the 3 o'clock position, but you will notice the new and proud U.F.A branding beneath the Spring Drive text at the 6 o'clock position. Overall, I think Grand Seiko fans are going to be very, very happy with this new release. I mean, I'm clearly a Grand Seiko fan, and I know I'm thrilled to see these various evolutions I have long asked the brand for come to fruition all at once. The only point of criticism I suspect that will come out of this, and inevitably in the comment section below, is that this new micro adjustment clasp is debuting on a 37mm model and not a 40mm model. Though it means those not interested in mid-size Grand Seiko will have to wait longer, I think it's wise that they debut the new clasp in a new size where they can have an easier time with the inaugural rollout and not get swamped with requests to purchase the new clasp. Now, it's not my intention to overshadow the Platinum SLGB001. It is a stunning watch, but it is limited to 80 pieces and naturally priced much higher at $39,000 due to its precious metal case. With these watches set to hit shelves in June this year, I suspect most will be working to set aside $10,900 to try and secure the titanium SLGB003. I mean, here's where you get every innovation, including that clasp. But let me know what you think of all these innovations, the new 37mm Evolution 9 case, the new 9RB2 Spring Drive U.F.A movement that makes this new size possible, and the new micro adjustment clasp. Let me know all of your thoughts and feelings in the comments below. The SLGB001 and SLGB003 are set to hit shelves in June 2025, with the SLGB001 priced at $39,000 and the SLGB003 priced at $10,900. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to the Time+Tide channel for all the latest watch news, reviews, and content. And as always, I'll see you on the next one.